account aggregator mechanism as part of the journey. So what the user does is it just gives consent, gives 2 clicks, gives you the consent. We are able to match the account number, the last 4 digits, the name that comes back, and we are able to tell in real time that whether this account is valid or not. So these are some of the use cases that we thought that the account aggregator can facilitate today. And as Devinder said, right, I'll keep going to him, that the number of use cases that this industry and all of us together will come up with is significantly more than what we have put together on this presentation. So we have now a quick demo of how these use cases and how these flows are. So we'll just quickly take you through that. So this is the first one, which is the bank statement analyzer. So basically, what's happening is the user is on your platform, on your app. The user has given you consent on fetching the bank statement, and then once the bank statement has come back, we can create a view like this of the user's entire asset base, right? So what is the monthly average balance? What are the total investments that the user has? Liabilities from the bank statement, the average EMI amount, the commitments, the discretionary and the non-discretionary spends, and then categorizing it further into what are the different kinds of spends the user has done, which all of this could be, as I said, used to make sure that you're giving them in-time, real-time advisory on what to do, and just-in-time advisory on what to do and what are the kind of events that or what are the kind of actions that the user can take to optimize their money. Yeah, so this is how the CASA analysis can happen, which is it can show that in the last 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, what is the debit to credit ratio. Again, this is useful for the PFM to figure out what is the debit to credit ratio that the investor maintains, and basis that you can give advice on what is the loan and how much loan you can give this investor. Average EOD balances, you come down. Different bank accounts, what are the total amount credited, debited, and all of that. And you can do further analysis on what are the debit and credit transaction counts, what are the debit and credit amounts, usual amounts, and all of this bifurcation is available today, and it can significantly be enriched, but whatever are the use cases that the industry sees. But today we have this as a working model, which can be deployed and can be used as is today for you to give advice. Now going to the second use case, which is the money managing use case. So this will just give you a sense of what the journey on an application will look like. So if you go to explore now, this is our account aggregator journey today. So if you click on one of the banks which are listed, we give the FIP this request with the bank, and the investor sees this screen. So the mobile number is basically the key with which the accounts are fetched, and it is going to basis that OTP. The discovery happens that what are the different accounts which are linked to that mobile number. All those accounts are listed here. The consent parameters which are there on the top of the block, the user can see what are the consent that the user is giving, what is the frequency of the data fetch, what is the reason for which the data is requested for, what is the data live. All of those values are given on the top that the investor can see, and hopefully we will be able to stop abuse of these consent by making sure that the investor has visibility of what the investor is giving consent for. Once the investor sees all of that and agrees to link these accounts, you click the FIP, in this case the Axis Bank, will now send a OTP to the investor's mobile number that is linked. The investor puts in that mobile number. The investor can add more accounts if they want through this number or a different number, so that's also possible as part of the journey. But if the investor has only that account number and all of that is fetched, or you can discover. So this use case was just to show that as part of the same journey, the investor can discover mobile account numbers from the banks, can discover mutual fund accounts and can match and can give consent for all of that in the same journey. So in HDFC mutual fund, what are the different folios that the investor has? Again, you can select, and now there will be an OTP from, in this case, from the RTA side to link those accounts. And now all of this have been, linked. The consent request has been given, and then as investor submits consent, the investor goes back to the calling application, and now we can present a view of the total asset and liability situation of that investor, which is our money manager application. So you can now see that if you click on income, the bank statement analyzer that I talked about in the first slide, it has categorized it into what are the different fixed incomes, which is regular income that comes in his account, his or her account, salary, rental, interest on savings and all, and additional income that has come for that particular month or that particular duration. All of that categorization is possible. In the investment sides, this has come from the capital markets part, and which is what we believe will be a great use case. So it can categorize that what are the mutual fund holdings, what are the stock holdings, other holdings, and if you go into one of them, we can show a series of data points that is interesting and useful to the investor.